In his book, Cultures and Organization, Software of the Mind, Professor Gerd Hofstede suggested the first empirical model of dimensions of national culture, measuring cultural elements in international economy and cross-cultural communication and cooperation. Culture is the collective programming of the human mind that distinguishes the members of one human group from those of another. Culture in this sense is a system of collectively held values according to Professor Hofstede. Based on his global research, Hofstede developed a cultural classification typology in 1980s as already introduced by Professor Minkoff, suggesting four main dimensions through which cultures can be compared: power distance, individualism versus collectivism, masculinity versus femininity, and uncertainty avoidance. The fifth dimension, long versus short-term orientation, was further added to the taxonomy based on Michael Harris Bond's research, followed by the sixth, indulgence versus restraint, which became a part of the taxonomy in 2010 by the contribution of Michael Minkoff. Hofstede classified most of the country cultures as large on power distance. The degree to which individuals accept and tolerate social injustice, centralized power, obedience to superiors, and intolerance to personal opinion and initiative. In high power distance societies, people can get frustrated or might struggle with individual tasks which require personal decision. Smaller power distance cultures do not tolerate concentration of power, and people expect to make their own decisions, demonstrating more personal initiative and involvement in social activities. Modern businesses and education programs are usually based on the values of smaller power distance cultures and their understanding of commonly shared practices. A great number of country cultures around the world were classified by Hofstede as low on individualism. Therefore, they could be described as collectivist. In those societies, people belong to in-groups and are dependent on the group opinion and support. Satisfaction comes from well-done group work, and thinking of we is the most important component of social communication and relationships. Respect to authority and collectivist values are appreciated. On the other hand, the more individualist societies demonstrate more personal initiative and inclination to risk-taking, which requires more personal involvement. When comparing individualist and collectivist values, we can arrive at the conclusion that in cross-cultural communication, faith and harmony should be maintained. In intercultural encounters, members of individualist cultures would expect to be treated as separate individuals with equal rights and equal opportunities. Group formation in business environment is according to a particular task, and confrontation is encouraged and solved through open discussions. The equal goals, according to Hofstede, are characteristic for masculine societies which strive for competition and achievement. More modest and less assertive cultures are defined as feminine. Playing social roles has an external emotional aspect related to the feelings experienced by an individual in his or her interaction with the environment. Masculine societies maintain a system of fixed gender roles, which suppose men to be more assertive, oriented to achievement and success, and women should be taking care of family and its quality of life. In feminine cultures, both genders accept a caring role and are expected to demonstrate a more modest social behavior. Feminine cultures are driven by consensus and care for the members of the group, whilst masculine ones are motivated by individual achievement and performance. Scholars agree on the concept that concrete, measurable results are preferred by masculine societies, and the feminine ones look at problems in a more flexible way, accepting many solutions. Differences in work approach would be happening through action and assertiveness in masculine societies, whereas in feminine cultures it is happening through reflection and group members' opinion.